The Galactic Alliance had ruled the stars for over 1,000 years. Their laws touched 1,000 worlds. Their fleets flew across every system. No one ever believed that power could be challenged. Until Earth made the galaxy fall silent. It started with whispers. In the outer colonies, patrols vanished. No explosions, no wreckage, just empty signals and dead space. A scout ship returned with only one message burned into its systems. This silence is not yours to control anymore. At first, the Alliance still tried to look strong. Ships were sent. Armies moved. Messages were broadcast across the galaxy to calm the citizens. But people were already afraid. They had seen the black human warships floating above their planets, silent, like watchers in the dark. They had seen what happened to those who mocked Earth. And most of all, they had seen what Earth left behind. No fire, no screams, just silence. Then came the fall of the Makari fortress. The Makari Empire had been one of the loudest voices mocking Earth. Their leader, Prime Warlord Krek, once said, "Humans are nothing but noise in the stars." So Earth answered, with silence. One night, the Makari fortress, a space city the size of a moon, went dark. Not destroyed, not attacked, just shut down. Every system failed. The stars above it stopped showing. The sound inside it faded. Thousands of soldiers stood frozen in the dark, unable to call for help. In the center control room, one screen turned on. A human face appeared. He said nothing. Then the screen faded to black. No lives were taken, no buildings broken. Just a message sent to the Alliance. "We understand silence now. You taught us well." Back in the Galactic Council, fear turned to division. Some members wanted peace. Others wanted to attack Earth before it was too late. But no one knew where Earth's fleets were. They couldn't be tracked. They didn't respond to threats. They didn't demand anything. And still, Earth didn't strike first. They only answered. The Alliance tried one last plan. They launched a secret mission. 5 of their best stealth ships were sent toward the solar system. Their goal: sneak into Earth's orbit, find the command center, and disable Terra Ignis. But humans were waiting. As the 5 ships reached Saturn's orbit, their systems began to fail. One by one, they lost control. Screens flashed with a single word: not again. And then, silence. The ships were never heard from again. On Earth, Admiral Voss stood at the edge of a command bridge, watching the stars through a large glass panel. Around her, officers worked calmly. She whispered, "They are still trying to fight us the old way." General Imani stood beside her. "They haven't realized. This isn't about war. It's about showing them what silence costs." Earth's plan was clear now. They didn't want to destroy planets. They didn't want to conquer systems. They wanted the galaxy to feel the same cold silence they once felt, when no help came, when their cries were ignored. One by one, Alliance systems began to collapse, not from weapons, but from fear. Planets refused to obey Council orders. Fleets went missing. Communication systems shut down. Civil unrest grew. And through it all, Earth said nothing. Their ships were seen near key worlds, floating in the sky like silent warnings. People looked up and whispered, "The humans are here." And in those moments, no one made jokes. No one laughed. Because for the first time in 1,000 years, the mighty Galactic Alliance had nothing to say. It had become the thing it once gave to Earth. Silent, deep beneath Earth's surface, inside a secret base in Antarctica, a red light flashed. The countdown had begun. A voice echoed through the cold steel halls. Retaliation protocol. Terra Ignis. Activated. Admiral Ruth Voss stood at the center of the command room. Her face was calm, but her eyes burned with quiet anger. Around her, screens showed ships launching from hidden bases across the solar system. Ships no one outside Earth had ever seen. 5 years ago, after the Alliance betrayed Earth, The planet had gone silent. But it was not hiding. It was preparing. While the galaxy laughed and ignored them, humans built something dangerous, something powerful, something that could not be stopped. Now it was ready. Terra Ignis was not just a fleet. It was a message. We remember. Earth's new ships didn't move like before. They didn't shine or roar. They were black like space, fast like light, and silent like death. Each one carried advanced weapons, some based on old tech, others completely new, designed in the shadows of betrayal. In space, cloaked fleets began moving. From Saturn's rings, a battleship rose, hidden there for years. From Jupiter's stormy sky, 5 destroyers broke free. From the dark side of Pluto, an entire command station launched. All moved with the same goal: strike fear, not first. Meanwhile, in the Galactic Alliance, confusion turned to chaos. Rumors spread faster than light. Some said Earth had created living weapons. Others said Earth had formed an alliance with ancient forces. No one knew what was true, but everyone knew something was coming. The Alliance's top generals met in secret. One slammed his hand on the table. How did humans do this? They were behind us in tech. Another replied. They used our silence. We thought they were broken. They were building. Still, some members of the Alliance refused to believe humans could be a threat. Until Earth struck. The first target was not a military base. It was a communications hub in Sector 12. No deaths. No warning. Just one perfect shot. One beam of light, and the entire hub vanished. Then came the second hit. A Galactic Navy fuel station disappeared into a silent black hole. Created by human tech. No one had ever used such a weapon before. No bodies. No survivors. Only one word left behind. Floating in space. Remember. Admiral Voss stood before her officers back on Earth. We are not here for war, she said. We are here for justice. We asked for help. They turned away. Now, they will feel what it means to be ignored. Across human fleets, the same message played before every mission. This is not a war of hate. This is a lesson in silence. On a distant Alliance planet, alarms rang. An enormous human ship entered orbit. It didn't fire. It didn't speak. It just floated, watching. The people on the planet froze. Even the leaders didn't know what to do. After 1 full hour, the ship turned and left. It was a warning, a reminder. We can reach you anytime, anywhere. Back at the Galactic Council, fear had become real. No one laughed now. One by one, council members asked the same question. What does Earth want? They sent another message to Earth. Let's meet. Let's make peace. But Earth didn't respond. Not yet. In the dark sky above the stars, human fleets moved like waves. Silent. Invisible. Always one step ahead. The galaxy had called them weak. Now, the weak had become the storm. And Terra Ignis had only just begun. The Galactic Council was full that day. Leaders from every part of the galaxy had gathered. Tall ones with glowing eyes, small ones with sharp claws, all seated in a round hall that floated in space. Everyone was waiting for one thing: Earth's reply. 5 years ago, Earth had gone silent. No messages, no visits, no trade. The humans simply disappeared from the Alliance. It was strange. Earth was once very active. They helped in wars. They sent aid. They shared technology. But after the Battle of Crick 7, everything changed. In that battle, Earth lost millions. They sent calls for help to the Alliance. No one came. The Council said it was too far, too dangerous, or not their problem. Humans were left to die. After that, Earth sent one message to the Alliance. We will remember this. Then silence. Now, after 5 long years, the Galactic Council wanted answers. A tall, blue-skinned alien named Velith, the supreme speaker of the Council, stood and said, "We have sent 5 messages to Earth this month. They have not answered. We must know if they still wish to be part of the Galactic Alliance. The room buzzed with nervous talk. Some laughed. Some looked serious. One alien from the Macquarie Empire said, "Humans are too emotional. They'll come back crying. They need us more than we need them." Another voice said, "Maybe they're just hiding. Weaklings." Then, a beep. Everyone went silent. A message had arrived. The screen in the center of the council's hall turned on. A simple white light blinked. Then, a calm human voice spoke. "This is Earth. We decline. Do not contact us again." That was it. No hello, no explanation, no goodbye. Gasps filled the room. Some aliens were angry. Some laughed again. "Is that a joke?" one said. "Do they think they can survive without us?" But while they laughed, the council's window darkened. A shadow moved outside. Something large. Something quiet. A galactic radar officer quickly checked the readings. His face turned pale. There's a ship. A human ship. It's not in our records." The council turned their heads. The ship was unlike anything they had seen before. Long, black, silent. It floated past the council hall like a ghost. No weapons were shown. No signal was sent. Just a silent reminder. Earth is watching. Panic started in small ways. Ships were sent to follow the human vessel. But it vanished before anyone could catch it. Stealth systems, more advanced than any seen before. Back on Earth, things were different now. A hidden meeting was taking place deep inside Mount Erebus, Antarctica. Human leaders, generals, and scientists sat around a table. A woman named Admiral Ruth Voss spoke, her voice strong. "The Council thinks we're weak. They think we ran away. They don't understand. We were preparing." Another general nodded. 5 years of silence gave us time. We learned. We advanced. And now they laugh at us again. Voss stared at a hologram of the Galactic Council building. They will soon learn that Earth does not forget. Back in the stars, one more outpost near the edge of Alliance space went dark. No warning. No explosion. Just silence. The Alliance started to worry. Were pirates attacking? Was it a system failure? But then, on the screen of a council security room, someone found a short video, just 10 seconds long. It showed a human soldier in black armor. His eyes were calm. He didn't speak. He just looked at the camera and walked away. Nothing more. A symbol was left behind. Not of the Earth flag. Not of any country. Just one word. Remember. The Council began to send ships to protect borders. Some members blamed each other. Some called for talks with Earth. Others wanted to attack. But deep inside, everyone felt the same fear. Earth had turned its back, and something was coming. Something they did not understand. Something they could not stop. And it had already begun. The Galactic Alliance thought Earth was making a mistake. Many members laughed after hearing Earth's message. "We decline. Do not contact us again." To them, humans were emotional and unpredictable. Without the Alliance, how could Earth survive? The Macquarie Empire, proud and strong, even released a public statement. Let the humans go. They were never that important. The galactic news networks showed aliens making jokes about humans. In the streets of the capital planet Sarava, comedians laughed on stage, saying, "Next time humans need help, we'll send them tissues instead of ships." But behind the laughter, something else was happening. It started quietly. A small outpost near the Dralum star went silent. At first, it seemed like a system error. Then, another outpost stopped sending signals. Then another. 3 outposts in different sectors, gone without a trace. A team of Alliance investigators was sent to the first missing outpost. What they found shocked them. The station was empty. No bodies, no damage, just silence. All power was shut down, but everything looked clean. Too clean. One officer found a single note on a console. It had no threats, just one human word. Notice. The council grew nervous. An emergency meeting was called. Velith, the supreme speaker, stood again. His face was no longer calm. "This is no coincidence," he said. "Someone is behind these disappearances." The Makari representative still laughed. "Maybe it's just pirates or space storms. Don't blame the humans. They're not brave enough to do this." But then, Admiral Zorak, one of the highest-ranking commanders in the Alliance Navy, went missing. He had been traveling to a secure base in Sector 9. His ship sent a simple message. "We've detected unknown movement. Wait, something is." And then, nothing. His fleet vanished, gone without a fight. The council panicked. Now, even the loudest voices grew silent. Then came the video. A secret video was leaked by a technician inside the Alliance's military network. It was short, only 18 seconds long, but it spread across the galaxy like fire. The video showed black armored human soldiers boarding Zorak's ship. They moved fast, like shadows. They used weapons no one had ever seen, silent, blue glowing guns that melted doors and froze alien troops in seconds. No shouting, no mercy. The last image in the video showed a human soldier looking directly into the camera. His eyes were calm, cold, intelligent. He spoke just one sentence. "You turned your back. Now we turn ours." The council was now fully alert. Defense systems were activated across many planets. Border patrols doubled. Warships were moved closer to Earth's sector. But it was already too late. More planets reported strange sightings. Black ships moving silently through space, invisible to radar. Faster than any Alliance vessel. A message was sent to Earth. "Let us talk. This can be resolved." Earth answered. But this time, it wasn't just words. The Galactic Council received a hologram showing Earth's new fleet, thousands of ships. Dark, powerful, and organized. Earth had built a war machine in silence, alone. Forgotten, but not weak. The message attached said, "You taught us silence. Now listen to what silence brings." One council member whispered in fear. "They don't want to return. They don't want peace. They want us to feel everything they felt." The laughter had stopped, and fear had begun. The stars were quiet now, not with fear, but with understanding. For the first time in many years, the galaxy listened, not just to each other, but to the silence that Earth had used as a message, a silence that once came from pain, now brought change. Earth's fleets, once feared, began to pull back. They didn't vanish completely. They remained nearby, watching, waiting, but they were no longer symbols of threat. They were symbols of strength and memory. On the Galactic Council's last stronghold, a new flag was raised, not of war, not of power, but of unity. A flag designed by both humans and aliens together. It showed one star, Earth, surrounded by many. And beneath it, a new name was born, the Union of Remembered Worlds. No longer the Galactic Alliance. That name was filled with betrayal and arrogance. Now, the galaxy wanted to remember. Admiral Ruth Voss stood inside the Earth Space Assembly. Around her, alien delegates sat beside human leaders. Some were still afraid. Some were still angry. But all were ready to talk. She looked at them and spoke slowly. "We were silent because we were left behind. You taught us what silence feels like. And now, we taught it back to you." No one argued. She continued, "Earth does not want to rule. We do not want revenge. But we will never let anyone forget what was done. Not because we hate you, but because we want to make sure it never happens again." There was a long pause. Then, a small alien from the Jirai species stood up. His eyes were wet. "We were told you were dangerous," he said. "But the truth is, you are the only ones who felt what we all feared. And you stood up, not just for yourself, but for the forgotten." The room fell into silence. But this time, It was a good silence, a silence of respect. In the months that followed, Earth shared its technology, not for power, but for peace. They helped rebuild broken systems. They trained alien engineers, doctors, and teachers. But they also built one giant thing in the center of the galaxy, the Hall of Silence. It was not a weapon, not a station. It was a memory, a place where anyone, from any world, could walk in and listen to the recordings of Earth's past pain and its journey. No one left the Hall of Silence without feeling changed. One young alien wrote in the guest book, "I came here to learn about war. I left here wanting peace." Back on Earth, life returned to calm. The skies were no longer filled with warships. Children played under the stars again. Farmers planted. Artists painted. People smiled. But somewhere deep in space, the Terra Ignis fleet still waited. Still hidden. Still ready, not for war, but for remembrance. Because Earth knew one thing. Peace was not something you won once. Peace was something you guarded every single day. And from now on, the galaxy would never forget. High above the planet Vorton Prime, 3 black human ships hovered silently. No weapons fired. No demands were made. The ships did nothing, just watched. Below, people panicked. Shops closed. Streets emptied. The government tried to calm the public, but no one listened. Everyone knew what those ships meant. Earth was watching. Across the galaxy, the same scene repeated. One by one, Earth's fleets visited Alliance worlds. They didn't attack. They didn't speak. They simply appeared, then disappeared into the dark, leaving behind fear, confusion, and a message burned into every main system. We do not forget. We do not forgive. We remember. Years ago, when Earth begged the Galactic Alliance for help during the plague storms, they were denied. Billions of humans died. No medicine, no aid, just silence. Earth had never forgotten that pain. Now, the galaxy would feel it too. On the council world of Ilion, the leaders met in secret. Supreme Speaker Velith looked old now. His voice was weak. "They are not destroying us," he said. "They are teaching us." "Teaching us what?" another asked. Velith closed his eyes. "What it feels like to be alone." Back on Earth, Admiral Ruth Voss stood before her officers in the Terra Ignis command hall. Behind her, a massive screen showed live images from across the galaxy. Alliance worlds, quiet and scared. "Operation Echo is complete," one officer said. Voss nodded slowly. "Good. Now they've heard our silence." General Imani stepped forward. "The council is breaking apart. Some members want to surrender. Others want to strike." Voss replied, "They still don't understand. We don't want their surrender. We want their memory. That's the only way this never happens again." Then she gave a new order. "Begin Phase 2. In dozens of systems, Earth ships dropped strange pods into orbit. No weapons, no tech, just time capsules. Inside each was data, videos, stories, pictures of what Earth went through. The pain, the begging, the silence. Every capsule ended with the same voice message. "You left us in silence. We returned to teach you its weight." Many aliens wept after watching. Some called for peace. Some finally understood. On one planet, a child asked her mother, "Why are the humans doing this?" The mother replied, "Because we didn't listen when they needed us." Not all aliens were guilty. Many species had wanted to help Earth but were blocked by the Council's vote. Now those same species started to speak loudly. Protests began. Uprisings. The Alliance's own people started to demand justice for Earth. In a strange twist, the galaxy began to unite, not out of fear, but shame. Back in the Council Hall, only 7 members remained. The Alliance, once proud and powerful, was falling apart. One final message was sent to Earth. This time, it was honest. "We were wrong. We chose comfort over compassion. We turned our backs. Now we are ready to listen. Admiral Voss watched the message. She didn't smile. She simply said, "Send our reply." Across the stars, Earth's ships powered down their weapons. Lights faded. Silence returned, this time not cold or dark. It felt peaceful. The message Earth sent back was short. Then listen. The galaxy had finally begun to learn what Earth had never forgotten. Silence is not peace. Silence can be pain. Silence can be war. And sometimes, silence is the loudest scream of all.